Buongiorno, buon popolo. This Sunday, the clocks go back as British summertime comes to an end. It is a time of transition which we also observe in the turning of the seasons, and we mark it in our worship by announcing the reintroduction of the 8 a.m. Sunday Eucharist in church. We will worship in the nave rather than in the chapel of the Holy Cross, to enable people to have space and to circulate without bumping into each other. For now, we are retaining the parish Eucharist at its new time of 10 a.m. And I wonder whether this generally meets with acceptance. We will continue to worship on Zoom on Sundays at 5 p.m. with evening prayer, and our 10 a.m. service will continue to be streamed on our Facebook page and uploaded to our YouTube channel, so that people can watch it live at home or wherever they may be, or later in the day, or indeed at any time afterwards, ensuring that even if you cannot be with us in person, you can take part in our worship. The paper bulletin also continues to have an updated order of service each week with prayers of penitence and intercession, readings and a short reflection. This coming Sunday, the 31st of October, is the fourth Sunday before Advent, and it marks the beginning of a liturgical season which runs from All Saints' Day to Advent, sometimes known as the Kingdom season. All Saints' Day is the 1st of November, and we are allowed to transfer our celebration of All Saints to the nearest Sunday. So that is what we will do. All Saints' Sunday will be a celebration of the women and men in whose lives the Church as a whole has seen the grace of God powerfully at work. It is an opportunity to give thanks for that grace and for the wonderful ends to which it shapes human life. It is a time to be encouraged by the example of the saints, and to recall that sanctity may grow in even the most ordinary of circumstances, as well as the most extraordinary of crises. On Tuesday, the 2nd of November, we will commemorate the faithful departed on All Souls' Day. This is when we will celebrate the saints in a more local and intimate way. This occasion will allow us to remember with thanksgiving before God those whom we have known more directly, perhaps those who gave us life or who nurtured us in faith, many of whose names are recorded in our memorial book. There will be a sung service on Tuesday at 6:30 in church, and that will also be live streamed. And at that service, we will remember all those whose names are given to us to read out. Thank you to those who so far have emailed or written names on the list at the back of church. We will be able to receive names up to about midday on Tuesday. In the Common Worship rubric for All Souls' Day, it says this: Redemption is a work of God's grace. It is God who redeems us in Christ, and there is nothing to be done beyond what Christ has done. But we still wait for the final consummation of God's new creation in Christ. Those who are Christ's, whether or not they have passed through death, are joined in prayer that God's kingdom will be revealed finally and in all its fullness. We also sense that it is a fearful thing to come before the unutterable goodness and holiness of God, even for those who are redeemed in Christ, that it is searing as well as life-giving to experience God's mercy. And this instinct also is expressed in the liturgy of All Souls' Day. These words remind us that we live in a fragile world of immense complexity. And yet, for all of our technical achievement, we remain creatures in the image of God, who loves each one of us individually and longs for each one of us to fulfill the potential that was planted in us at our conception. This is the sole purpose and goal of Christ's call both to worship and discipleship, that we might have fullness of life. And this is the fundamental ground upon which the edifice of our faith, the church, is built. As we enter this season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, our instinct to remember those whom we love and see no longer produces in us not melancholy, but thanksgiving and hope.